Hi there. This is Lee Matos, Senior Support Engineering Manager, Americas East, coming to you on behalf of all of these senior managers and managers in support at GitLab with an update on global support ticket handling. So from here, what I want us to think about is why, right? Why are we talking about this and where are we headed? So in this moment, we really want to focus on simplifying our processes and focusing on collaboration. And the way that we think we're going to do that, we'll get into in a second. But from here, I want to acknowledge that our teams have been experimenting. We have been exploring. We found ideas and senior managers have been paying attention. And now we want to standardize and go forward. We've spent a lot of time thinking about process, and that's been helpful. But we want to stop thinking about process and start thinking about collaboration with whatever process we use, driving up collaboration. We know that's key to our team's success, and we've been spending so much time on process, we think we want to shift that to collaboration. So from here, we want to think about what are we actually going forward with, right? And something that's really important to me here, I've done many of these presentations, but as I was reflecting on this presentation here, there's a moment where this can sort of feel tense or big, but really we've been thinking about these things as different regions. We've worked through various forms of these different ideas, and now we're looking to drive that standard across the world, right? So it starts first with strong ticket assignment, 100% assignment at first reply. And then the second element here is making sure that we're prioritizing tickets the same across the world. And one of these things I want to highlight in there is a small change, right, that we started in AMER, where we want to focus on preferred region tickets and all region tickets. We want to take that and scale that across the globe, right? And different regions will have a different experience as we coalesce towards this. We're aware of that, and this is what we're driving towards. And the last thing here is one of the most important. Those first two are going to drive us so that we can simplify and get to a point where we can start to relax NRT. Relax NRT SLOs. And you might have seen me create an issue where we wanted to explore trialing that in AMER. It proved to be way more technical than we actually could do. So we stepped back and we realized it's time now that we want to come and set this standard, deploy that across the world, and then go from there. Now, this doesn't just mean that when I say this, it's done, right? This is what we're doing. And then from here, we're going to talk about how we're going forward. Right, step one of this, Lyle has created 2 MRs that have already been in progress that he's going to work to get merged. And this sets our goal for the 100% assignment and makes that global ticket prioritization framework. The second element, we've created a simple dashboard for managers. And as of this recording, that dashboard will be visible for all. It's just a pie chart that shows us which regions have their tickets assigned. We're trying to drive that number up and the unassigned tickets down. And then a list of those tickets so that we can pay attention as managers and make sure that we are actually executing on the processes that we're setting forth. And then we have this third step, right? We've been thinking about this where there are elements that this unlocks for our team that we're very excited about, right? Jason Collier has been great, and the support ops team, Alyssa and Dan, Nabil have been great in helping our team to explore these things, but we've created a lot of various trees and branches. We want to simplify that. We know that our ticket handling process has evolved. I talked with Val, and she said that if we were to print it, it's 20 pages long right now. We want to simplify that. We know that all regions tickets are a challenge, and we need to step up as managers and senior managers to start helping the team solve these challenges. We're looking forward to working with ICs to help us understand how we're going to solve those challenges, right? Because this is a problem. We know it, we're hearing it, and we are working to align and solve that. And then this last element is knowing that we have on hold, that we have ways that we can manage tickets so that we can reduce the pressure of NRT clocks while we have them. And we're trying to evolve our approach away from that because we don't think that that's going to lead us to success. We want to create an environment that's a little bit simpler, that allows engineers more flexibility to go forward. And obviously, as we do this, there's going to be so much as engineers that we're going to think through and work together. But we're doing this across the globe, right? And that's something that may actually be new. That's something that whether you've been here for a while or you've just started, global change in our support org is something that we haven't done a lot of, right? So I want to take this moment to say, yeah, senior managers have been loosely aligned, but we sat down now and said, we need to make sure we're helping to create a simpler environment for engineers, start simplifying and tightening up so that our engineers have more freedom, because we're spending so much time on process when really we need to be spending our time on collaboration and working together and making sure that our team is able to help each other and making sure that we're not focused too much on process and instead on collaboration. Now, again, as well, this might feel large, but each component has been tested somewhere in some region, and we've gotten some data points and we've gotten some elements that we're now saying, great, this is the core that we're going to expand out. So it's actually smaller than it looks on paper, right? It's something that I'm excited about because we've been exploring and we want to keep doing that. But as we go forward in this moment, we are going to set this as our common understanding point. And now to end on this slide here, we also know time to resolution and customer wait time, extremely important. Those numbers can fluctuate, but we have strong systems for managers to pay attention to that, and we're not worried. We trust our team, we trust our ability to execute, and we think we'll be fine. And if those things have negative impacts and these changes cause negative impacts, we'll assess that and we'll evolve from there. So that's something that I'm not worried about. Same with SSAT. We have such a strong SSAT review process that I'm so proud of, and proud of our results. We get such strong SSAT survey results that it's amazing. So I'm not worried about that either. But what I do want to end on is in this moment where senior managers are coming forward and setting a direction that we are going to work towards across the globe, right? This is step one. I want to make sure that you know that we're opening the floor for questions, that we want to open the floor that you can raise questions. We have a Google Doc here, and senior managers will get together, review those questions, and get answers out to the team, right? And we'll probably have it in a video, something like this, and have the answers in the doc as well. We also want to let you know that senior managers will be available in skip levels. So if you're comfortable in a skip level and you want to ask your question there in a slightly smaller room, feel free. Right? You can also bring up your questions one-on-one to your manager, and you can talk specifically with your manager about the direction and what we're looking to accomplish here. And also, I want to echo that you can talk with your manager and ask your manager to ask a question on your behalf if that's something as well that you want to do. Or if you're not comfortable talking to your manager, you should be able to talk to a senior manager or even another IC if that's something that's more comfortable, right? We want to make sure that you ask your questions and ask it in a forum that you feel comfortable with so that we can hear that and go forward. So I want to take that second to wrap, because the key component here is we are done exploring process for the moment. We are settling on this process across the globe as the start. We then want to focus on, with that starting point, simplifying and addressing the concerns in our handbook and our processes there that have spiraled a little bit out of control, that we want to simplify and give that common core. And then from there, we want to focus on collaboration, which we think is our secret core thing that we've seen dip a little bit, and we want to start making sure that there's space to collaborate. So thank you for listening. If you're watching this, I really appreciate that. If not, you've seen the deck and you're not listening to me anyway, so it doesn't matter. Thank you all. If you have any questions, go to the doc. Peace.